And welcome to the first day of fall. I'm meteorologist Taft Price along with meteorologist George Flickinger.
Good morning, sir.
You know, George, we were talking about how dry it's been across
Yeah.
eastern Oklahoma for the last several months and years, but we took a look at some stats over the last couple of days, and wow, some interesting numbers that we're going to show.
I was watching you put together this graphic as Taft has been working, just kind of comparing some of our rainfall data over the last few years, and we know it's been dry. You know, we know we've been in a drought. It seems like we're always talking about we need rain, but I didn't realize how much of a deficit we were in until you put these numbers together.
Yeah, and it's been several years where we've seen this kind of pattern. Let's first of all take a look at some of the information so far for the month and for the year. Now, here in September, we picked up a little over 2 inches of rainfall officially at the airport. For the year, 20.71, but that's still running 10.06 inches below average. Once again, another year where we're seeing dry weather.
Yeah, in September, this is one of these months. This is the wettest month during the second half of the year, so this is normally a month that we can count on getting more rain. Haven't received it for this September.
Yeah, really needed to catch up, and we just haven't seen that so far this month. Now, let's take a look at what we've seen over the last several years, George. Now, the average yearly rainfall here in Tulsa is just shy of 41 inches of rainfall. Back in 2008, you probably remember this, an extremely wet year where we had 56 inches of rainfall. So a big surplus there. 2009, still not too bad. Saw a surplus about 5 inches, but then things started to change in 2010. We were about 6.5 inches below average. 2011, well, the numbers not good again, 9 inches below. And then as we moved into 2012, 12.2 inches below average in terms of the rainfall. 2013, not good. And unfortunately in 2014, we're seeing the same problems, running 10 inches below average so far through the day.
So if we add all those up, that's running about a year. It's like we've lost, what, like a year of rain? Worth of rain in the last 4 to 5 years?
Yeah, that's right. You know, we picked up 125% of our average rainfall in 2008 and 2009, but then the last 5 years, George, we've only picked up 72% of our rainfall. Not good. And yes, when you add it all together, since 2010, 45.7 inches below average in terms of rainfall. That is more than a year's worth of rain on average here in Tulsa.
We need some rain, Tafty. I've said you've been looking at some of the long-term weather outlooks as far as rain. What have you been finding out for us?
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like any significant amounts of rain coming in over the next several days. Now, what we're looking at here, this is actually looking at the 5-day outlook for rainfall, and you notice the best chance of rain, really the next 4 or 5 days, is off to our north and west, and that's actually going to occur. Here as we move on through our Tuesday and Wednesday, looks like the rest of the week into the weekend, fairly quiet. So unfortunately, it looks like, or at least in the short term, we're not going to see much in the way of any rainfall.
Yeah, it doesn't look very optimistic for us for any significant rain, and just as you're talking about when I was kind of making out the forecast, we're seeing this trend that Kansas is getting the rain. In fact, as we're recording this, it's actually raining up to our north in Kansas, and also they have seen some nice rain along the Gulf Coast. By the way, Taft, my mother in Orange, Texas, where you're showing that rain, she could vouch that they've had a lot of rain there recently down along the Gulf Coast. What do we have here, sir?
Yeah, now we're looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook, so we're looking about a week out or so, and you notice still the best chance of significant rainfall, above average rainfall, is going to be well to the southeast of us and to the north and west up into areas of the Rockies. So over the next 6 to 10 days, doesn't look terribly promising for any rainfall there. And we also want to look at the 8 to 14 day outlook, and as we look at that, you're going to notice we are going to start to see a little bit of a change. This is some good news. It looks like the potential for above average rainfall is going to start to move in here within about 1 to 2 weeks.
So this is looking toward the first week of October. That looks, we're seeing a lot more green, so that's certainly good news as we move a little deeper into fall. First week of October has the potential at least to be more wet here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, so hopefully we get into a little bit wetter pattern and we start to catch up just a little bit on that rainfall as we move on into the month of October. Well, you know, you can always keep it here on KJRH. You can also keep it here on KJRH.com. We're going to give you the latest weather information as we move on through the fall season.
All right, we're here. It's how we roll. Thanks for watching.